UConn Huskies versus St. John's Red Storm, Madison Square Garden, sets the stage for a championship clash in the Big East Tournament Final. The 29-4 UConn Huskies, 17-3 in conference play, meet the 27-6 St. John's Red Storm, who finished atop the league at 18-2. Two of the conference's most efficient teams collide with the title on the line. A matchup defined by offensive firepower, defensive pressure, and the weight of a season's worth of dominance. St. John's arrives with the slightly stronger scoring profile, while UConn counters with efficiency and defensive balance, setting up a tightly wound battle between the league's top contenders. Across the season, the statistical contrast is clear. St. John's pushes the tempo with 82.0 points per game compared to UConn's 78.6, while the Huskies answer with tighter defense, allowing 64.9 points per game to the Red Storm's 70.5. UConn shoots 49% from the field, significantly sharper than St. John's 45%, and distributes the ball more fluidly with 18.5 assists per game versus 16.4. The Red Storm lean into physicality on the glass, pulling down 39.1 rebounds per night compared to UConn's 36.6, while also generating more disruption with 7.8 steals to the Huskies' 7.0. Rim protection is nearly even, 5.3 blocks for UConn and 4.8 for St. John's. And turnovers remain manageable on both sides, with UConn averaging 11.0 and St. John's 10.5. The offensive engines reflect two different approaches. UConn's attack is paced by solo ball, scoring 14.1 points per game with 40.6% shooting and an 84.8% free throw mark, supported by center Terrace Reed Jr. with 13.9 points, 8.2 rebounds, and elite 63.9% shooting inside. Silas DeMary Jr. adds 11.1 points and 6.4 assists, orchestrating the offense while contributing defensively with 1.6 steals. St. John's counters with the conference's top scorer in Zubi Ejiofor, averaging 16.2 points, 7.2 rebounds, and 2.0 blocks, while shooting 55.0% from the floor. Bryce Hopkins provides another interior scoring presence with 13.3 points and 6.2 rebounds, while Oziah Sellers adds perimeter production at 10.8 points per game with 35.1% from three. The defining theme emerges quickly: UConn's efficiency and ball movement versus St. John's physical scoring and rebounding strength. Momentum entering the final is nearly identical. UConn has won 4 of its last 5, including decisive victories over Georgetown, 67-51, Xavier, 93-68, and St. John's itself, 72-40. Their lone slip came against Marquette, 68-62, but the Huskies have otherwise controlled games with disciplined defense and balanced scoring. St. John's is riding a 5-game winning streak, including wins over Seton Hall, 78-68, Providence, 85-72, and Villanova, 89-57. The Red Storm have been explosive offensively during that stretch, averaging well above their season scoring pace. At the center of the spotlight is the duel between Solo Ball and Zubi Ejiofor. Ball thrives as a perimeter creator, quick in transition, comfortable attacking off the dribble, and deadly at the line. Ejiofor is a force around the rim, combining physical rebounding with efficient interior scoring. Reed's interior defense will be tasked with limiting Ejiofor's touches, while St. John's counters by surrounding its star with multiple scoring threats capable of stretching the floor. The contrast is stark. UConn relies on structure and precision, while St. John's feeds off energy and interior dominance. Tactically, the game could hinge on rebounding and pace. St. John's advantage on the boards gives them opportunities for second-chance points and transition momentum. UConn's path lies in controlling tempo, maximizing its 49% shooting efficiency and leveraging its superior assist rate to create high-quality looks. If DeMary keeps the offense flowing and the Huskies limit turnovers, their disciplined system can neutralize St. John's athleticism. For the Red Storm, defensive pressure and offensive rebounding are the X factors that could tilt the floor. In a matchup this balanced, efficiency often decides championships. UConn's defensive consistency and shooting precision provide the narrow edge, especially if the game slows into half-court execution late. After analyzing both teams, my first pick for this match is UConn winner. Expect a tight physical final, but the Huskies' defensive discipline and interior efficiency should ultimately steady them in the closing minutes and deliver the Big East title. My second pick for this match is total over 136.5.